Hey YouTube, today I wanted to share with you a little article education piece that I found on REITs, or real estate investment trusts. This happens to be my absolute favorite sector, but I think you really have to. REITs are a humongous sector, and a lot of people just think REITs and they brush them off as, oh, they're high yielding, they might be dangerous, but REITs could be a class of its own. The REIT sector is a sector, but then you have subsectors of the sector, right? And you can really build a complete portfolio that is diversified. And you have to actually look at this and make sure that you're not overweight in some REIT sectors as a REIT investor. You want to be diversified. And that's one thing that I'm working toward is becoming a little bit more diversified within my REIT portfolio, because my REIT exposure is around 50% right now, and that's fine with me. And it will actually probably grow over time, or it might stay the same roughly. I just like REITs because mainly you're investing in real hard real estate assets. And so there's different levels of that. And this article explains all the different levels, all the different subsectors of the REITs. And the first one, I'll link this down below, but the first one's debt REITs. So ones that come to mind are AGNC, I think Main Street Financial, some of the hated ones like PSEC. These all just invest or hard money lender type things, and mortgages, that type of thing. Next one is industrial REITs. I need to get some exposure here. Popular industrial REIT like Stag Industrial, that may house like Amazon warehouses or FedEx buildings, things like that. That's what the industrial REITs do. You have infrastructure REITs. These are a little weird. Not weird, but because they have this listed down below, so this kind of confuses me. But this could be like not Cirrus Logic, Cone, I think it's called, that do telecommunication towers, wireless infrastructure, things like that. Lodging REITs. I need to get some exposure to lodging REITs. There's a couple I'm looking at. PK is one of them, and also one that is a small cap, which I don't know, I'm on the fence about, is CPLG, which is Core Point Lodging Group. They're fairly new, but they're a spin-off of a different lodging company, and they do the La Quinta hotels, I believe they do. Office REITs, I don't have any exposure to office REITs. I don't even know any off the top of my head. I think there's one named City Office, I do believe. But that's another one. They own office buildings, those big, 50-story office buildings where they rent out to large call centers and, corporations. Residential and healthcare REITs, I need to get some residential exposure. There's one called Resi, RESI, and that I'm looking at, and another one called Apartments, APTS, to get some housing exposure. And healthcare, I am currently building exposure into a healthcare REIT, which is VTR. Another popular one is LTC, and I think both of those are in buy opportunities right now. The next one is retail REITs. I have the stepchild of the retail REITs, they call it, because it's Tanger Factory Outlets is the one that I have, and they're very unique in that they're retail, but they're not, but they get lumped in with retail, even though they're kind of the defensive sector of retail, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of retail REITs are on sale. If you're bullish on retail and think retail's not going anywhere, Simon Property Group is on sale. A lot of them aren't. Some of them aren't though. Some of them have gone up. Kimco is no longer on sale. It was. There's KRG. There's a bunch. BRX, I think, is another one. Macerich, MAC, is on fire sale. They're about 11% yield right now. My favorite small cap in this area is CDR, Cedar Realty Trust. They pay about a 7.5% yield. I see them as more of a trading vehicle unless you just buy it for the yield. Right now, it's at a pretty good buy point right now. But retail REITs, probably the most opportunity if you're optimistic about retail. And then finally, other REITs. So self-storage, what is it? CubeSmart and Public Storage falls into that. Data centers, I think DLR falls into that. And then specialty, such as movie theaters, EPR properties. I almost bought that one instead of VTR. I'm kind of glad I didn't. Billboards is another good one. I don't know. I could see billboards still sticking around for the long haul. And there's two that are the main ones. It's Outfront Media and Lamar Advertising, I believe. And you can check those out. They actually pay pretty good. But that's it. I'm going to leave this link down below on this REIT Institute. There's a lot of learning you can do on this website, so I encourage you to visit it. Leave me a comment down below, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.